Hello, Diego. How are you?
Hello, Frank, and hello, world. I'm doing good. I'm Diego. As you know, I'm here in my office in Seattle, surrounded by these walls. And as you know, Frank, I use them to nurture my sense of wonder, but I also use it to share it with others, with you. Today,
And
I
what do you
want
have for us today?
today we have a funny story, Frank. Funny story. The question today is, what is the most famous painting in the world? Like, what would you say if I ask you the most famous painting in the world?
The Joconde.
The Joconde, the Mona Lisa, yes, by Leonardo da Vinci, who was, by the way, a great man. I highly recommend people to read his biography, not just in any format, but in graphic novel format. I actually been reading, I want to recommend this. I've been reading this Campfire Heroes series, and they have these biographies, Gandhi, real life heroes, Mother Teresa, Abraham Lincoln, Nelson Mandela, even the Beatles right here, my favorite band. And it's illustrated for kids, but also for adults. Now, no, why is it the most famous painting? Is it because the smile is special, like many people say? That sometimes he's smiling, sometimes he's not smiling. Is it because the way it looks, the symmetry of the face? I heard it all. No, those are not the reasons. I want to share with you that the reason why the Mona Lisa is the most famous painting in the world is because of this paper that I have right here. It's a newspaper from 1911, and it shows two people stealing the painting. So if you can put, Frank, the picture on the screen so we can see it better. That is actually a newspaper from 1911. Turns out that in 1911, there was a gentleman called Vincenzo Perugia who wanted to steal a painting from the museum. And he chose the Mona Lisa. There was nothing special about it. Of course, it's a great work of art by Da Vinci, but it wasn't as special as it is today. So just like in the movies, Vincenzo he hid in the closet, stayed until night when the museum was closed, got out of the closet and took the painting. And he started to run with the painting under his jacket. And it was funny because when he tried to open the door of the museum to get out, the doorknob actually fell off, and a plumber happens to be walking by outside, and he called the plumber, and the plumber actually let him out. The Mona Lisa was missing for 2 years, and it became like the news of the moment. Here's another piece of newspaper from Paris. And what happened is, like, back then there was no internet, so this picture became the most printed piece of art in history. So now everybody in the world knew about this painting, and that's why when it was recovered 2 years later, it became a sensation. And to this day, the Louvre Museum takes 10 million visitors, a lot of them drawn by the Mona Lisa. I went myself a few years ago, and I couldn't really enjoy the painting because there was a crowd. You have to look at it from the very far, But what I want to say is that sometimes there's more than meets the eye. It's okay to take reality at face value most of the time, but it's very important that we question why things are the way they are, especially in the tech industry when we research how people use our products, Everything we think the way it is not like that. For example, we think that D&I, diversity and inclusion in the tech industry, is a problem because there are not enough candidates to hire from underrepresented minorities. That's not the case. It goes much more deeper than that. Or there are people who now don't want to get the COVID vaccine because they're afraid of the side effect. That's not the reason why they don't want to get the vaccine. There are more. It goes deeper than that. A great example is yummy food, Frank. For example, I love bacon and I love chocolate ice cream. Do you like those as well?
Yeah, I like those too. Any kind of ice cream, to be honest.
I see. Those actually, there's nothing yummy about those food. Like there's nothing inherently yummy about bacon, because to a rabbit, the bacon is not yummy. To a rabbit, for example, chocolate ice cream is not yummy because he needs different nutrients. We humans need these nutrients, so for us it's yummy. So we don't like this food because it's yummy. The food is yummy because we like it. All of this and more can be summarized in a field called behavioral economics. And I want to recommend you the podcast Free Economics Radio, all the free economics books. They give you an idea how there's more than meets the eye on the way things are. And I lived most of my life, Frank, in a very naive way, taking the world, the reality at face value. And I learned in these 2 years at Microsoft that there is always more than meets the eye. There is a hidden story to things, and we got to exercise curiosity to actually understand and then be able to build the best products that we can that is going to empower the people across the planet. So, Frank, that's what I have for you today, but I'll have more for you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Okay.